Hello everyone and welcome to From the Heart Friday, session 136 with me, Jessica Brigden of Jess B, Creative Cardiology. Hello, happy Friday to you. Hope you've had a great week. Spring is finally here. It's been super rainy, but the sun has been trying to come out. And I keep telling myself that April showers bring May flowers. And so I've got this cute little calico spring floral print dress on today, and I thought we'd kind of take our inspiration from the patterns in my dress and make a cute spring floral card. And we will be using the Blessings from Home stamp set along with the Coordinating Heart and Home Designer Series paper, and these are from the current mini catalog right now. And so I thought we'd just go ahead and get started. We'll make a couple of quick, cute cards. And hopefully we won't have any Facebook recording issues this time. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera here. Hopefully this works. And we can just keep on rolling. All right, you can see I have my April host code here. 7QW7FJ7W. So please be sure to use that host code when shopping online with me. All right. Hey, Diana, how are you today? All right. Looks like we got a couple people joining in, which is great. So like I said, we're going to be using the Blessings from Home stamp set. And then I've pulled in this really beautiful spring floral. This is the Heart and Home paper collection. It's got some really cute soft florals in here. We've got a lot of pale papaya, some fresh freesia, some cute little honeybees in there. Hello, Carol. Welcome. All right, so I'm taking a little bit of inspiration from my dress here. Some spring florals going on. So we are going to do a garden green variation, and then perhaps we'll pull in some Night of Navy to go with this as well. All right, so get everything ready to go here. Okay, so our card base here is a standard half sheet of cardstock, so 5.5 by 8.5, and looks like I pulled out everything except my bone folder got left on the other table. Okay, good thing I've got multiples here in the craft room. So we'll go ahead and pull that. Hey Wendy, how are you? Aw, well, I hope I'm able to cheer you up a little bit this week. Aw, yeah, it's been pretty rainy here, a little hard to maybe find some motivation. I know that I just don't seem to function when there's no sunshine. I do have issues with that. Now this paper is, you've got one side that has all the spring florals on each side, and then the back sides all have different barnwood, rustic, plank type backgrounds. So it can be a little bit hard to chop this, but in this case, I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna chop it, and we're gonna go with the barnwood background. And this layer is cut to 4 by 5.25. So that's gonna go right here on top of our card base. All right, so we're gonna do just a little bit of layering here. Then we're going to pull in a layer of garden green. Now this piece is cut to 2 inches by 4 3/4. And then our Coordinating Designer Series paper is cut to 1 3/4 by 4.5. So we're going to layer these on top of each other. This is a real cute layout. I saw a friend do a similar card layout using the Daffodil Afternoon stamp set. And I really should be using my Daffodil Afternoon stamp set as well, but I was just drawn to the pretty florals here in this Blessings from Home instead. So that's what I'm going to use. So we're going to make sure that we are even, approximately, it's hard to see with the lines in the planks, but try to be even top, bottom, and then over here on the left as well. So I'm going to push it over just a little bit more on the left. Okay, looks like we're fairly even. All right, and now we're going to essentially build a panel that our flower is going to spring off of. All right, so we have a let me see, I better check with my trimmer here. I want to say 2 3/4 inch square for the garden green, and then 2.5 inch. And I did go with very vanilla on this, just a little bit warmer, a little creamier tone on this. Okay, so yes, lots of layers here. Sometimes that's fun to go ahead and build some of these. Now, before I glue that down, I do want to stamp a greeting on here. And I want something, I'm going to go like in the lower right corner here. And we can see how our floral is going to, well, actually it might just go, I was going to angle it, but I think I will go upright, in which case that gives me a little bit more room on the right. Let's see here. Oops. Pull this stamp out. If I do that, I think that will work. So let me grab a block for this, and let's go ahead and stamp this in some, do I have my garden green out here? All right, well, if not, I guess we will go with the basic gray, and then we'll, of course, do our coloring. Whoa, I guess that was inkier than I thought it was. Woohoo! All right, I'm gonna be very careful stamping this because, all right, that came out good. My ink pad was juicier than I remembered it. Okay, and then we've got just a 2.5 inch strip here of our very vanilla. Again, we're going to carefully ink this up, stamp that on there. Okay. Again, this is the basic gray, so that's the color that is used there on the planks. Okay, so with this, we need the die cut for this floral piece. And I'm going to use my mini cut and emboss machine. All right, did any of you take advantage of that awesome promotion we had last month and get your mini machine at 20% off? That was a fantastic deal. All right, it's got me using my mini machine a little bit more, so I'm gonna stick that out here. Wendy says, yes, David would have definitely over-inked. We'll just pretend he did that. And then he'll say, man, I get in trouble even when I'm not here. We'll see if we can pull him in to stamp with us again soon. He actually has next Friday, which is Good Friday. He's got next Friday off. And so I think we might be able to pull him in to stamp with us a little bit next Friday afternoon. Perhaps if there's not too much going on. Okay, isn't that so pretty? So I'm going to save the rest of this because I could technically fit another one on there. And we'll pull in our scrap here so that we can go ahead and color this in. Now, we don't have garden green blends. We really should, right? We've got every other color green, but we don't have the garden green there. Nope. So let me decide. I think I'm going to go with Old Olive. That is kind of like the classic go-to here. And so let's go ahead and we'll start with our light Old Olive. We'll do a little bit of coloring in here. This is one of those beautiful sets to go ahead and color, whether you like your Stampin' blends like I do. These are our alcohol markers or even our colored pencils. What's your favorite coloring medium? Some people like to do a lot of watercolor with the aqua painters. That's always fun. We haven't done that in a while. All right, so I'm just going over these leaves lightly with the light Old Olive. Try not to miss them there. All right, And then I can go in with my darker here and just kind of add some accents, touch it up just a little bit. All right, that's a nice thing with Stampin' Up! Is their artisans really do all the hard work for us. They add the shading and everything, so really makes the stamps so easy to use. Hi, Marianne. How are you this afternoon? Hope you've had a little bit of sunshine and are out enjoying this beautiful weather. All right, let's take a little bit of inspiration here from our designer series paper as we're going. So I think I'm going to do my petals here in our pale papaya. So I think I'm gonna go, let's go with our larger flowers here. We're just gonna go all over with the pale papaya color. This is the lightest one. Okay, and then we'll come in here with the dark, do our centers a little bit. I'm gonna highlight some of that shading. All right, and then come in with the fine tip as well, just to trace some of those lines just a little bit more. Because you can continue to layer color. That is the nice thing about blends. You can build the color on there. And actually, if you get it too dark, they have what's called the color lifter, and that helps to pull some of the color away too, so it doesn't get too dark on you. Okay, let's see here. And we're gonna come in and we're just gonna do a little bit of fresh freesia here on our little smaller flowers. They look a little like forget-me-nots or something. Don't worry if you get a little bit of white space, that's okay. It's supposed to be like that. Okay, so we will glue our square down here. Okay, let's see here. I think I'm gonna go about even. Actually, could have added a little bit of ribbon, but I got a little carried away. We can add some ribbon after this. All right, let's go ahead and put our dimensionals on the back of this. So I got just a few on here. And we'll line this right up next to our beautiful floral. I want to see, I actually have a little bit of pale papaya, a little scrap of ribbon left here. And let me grab one of my bow makers. It actually works out nice. I've got two of these. And Marianne's husband actually made this one. And I have one that Carmen sent me as well. And it's nice. So I've got one for each table because I was constantly moving them back and forth. And now I don't have to. Now I've got one in each place, which is awesome. All right, so you've got just a cute little bow here. Now, if you don't have one of these bow makers, you could borrow a friend and make a peace sign and use the fingers, or toaster tongs work great. I've actually got a couple sets of those as well, which works better if you're sitting, and then you can squeeze these between your knees and have both hands to work with. So whatever your setup or system is, where there is a will, there is a way. And we can figure this out. All right, we'll come in here with some glue dots. Looks like I'm getting a little bit unraveled. And here, a dot here. And let's go ahead, you know what? Let's put that right at the base of our flowers. That looks cute. We can trim our ribbon a little bit. And then I was gonna say we could Actually, what was I going to do? I was going to add some bumblebees. The bumblebee trinkets go really sweet with this collection. And since I've got my glue dots still hanging out here, let's go ahead and do that. Now the bumblebee trinkets, these are retiring, so make sure you snatch up a packet of these. Aren't they cute? And I believe that on the clearance rack, the little ladybug trinkets are still on there as well. So if you like your little critter trinkets, then be sure to snatch those up. Isn't that fun? Yeah, and so we've got quite a few little layers on there, but it goes pretty quick. All right, so let's see if we can change it up just a little bit. All right, just by changing the colors. So we're going to come in with some Night of Navy here. And again, 5.5 by 8.5, just a standard half sheet. I prefer to have my cardstock at the 5.5 by 8.5 because I like to have them open from, you know, right to left like that. If you prefer to have them flip open, you could totally cut your cardstock at 4.25 by 11, in which case they would flip up. I just prefer, I think because when I mail packets and things like that, it's actually easier to mail cardstock that's cut to 5.5 by 8.5, whereas the 11-inch cardstock is a little too long for most standard envelopes, and it gets a little, has a tendency to get crunched in the mail. So, okay, let's see here. I had some layers. I think my layers got buried in here somewhere. We'll see. Okay, where did they go? Here they are. Here's the other pieces. All right, I knew they were here somewhere. And let's see what else. Okay, so for this, I need to trim this down. Let's see here. I thought I already had a piece that was cut, but if it's like anything else in this, in my craft room, everything gets a little bit discombobulated here. All right, so let's just make sure, because that looked a little big. All right, I guess we're good. Okay, so 4 by 5.25. And Carol says yes, that she actually she finds that her cards stand up better, cut the other direction. Yes, so that it does, you know, whatever you want to do. If you're mailing the card or you're mailing packets, the 5.5 by 11, and again, usually this is more of a traditional way a card opens. But yes, if you're going to display them on your shelves, then well, these do, yeah, they, depending on how front heavy they are, they will stand. But Carol's right, the if you do the 4.25 by 11 and fold them up that way, so they're kind of like a tent style, then those will stand up, probably stand up a little bit better. But again, it depends on, it's just personal preference. Absolutely. Hey Janelle, how are you? Good to see you. All right, so again, we're going to use some of this barnwood plank from the Heart and Home with our Night of Navy. And I feel like I want to change that up just a little bit. I wanted to soften it. And of course, I can't find my Misty Moonlight ink at the moment. So I guess we'll just go with it the way it is. But I had a burst of inspiration that it might be kind of fun to soften the edges with a little bit of Misty Moonlight ink blended around there. Oh well. Okay, we're gonna follow the same format here. We're just doing Night of Navy instead of the Garden Green. All right, so this is 2 by 4.75. And we're gonna stick this right here on our card front. Again, being aware of the top, bottom, and left spacing. Okay, Wendy has a good idea. She says, if the cards are heavy, take a sliver off the back of the card, and then it will tend to lean back a little bit. Well, that's a good idea. Yeah, so that's, again, if you're doing the tent style, the 4 1/4 by 11, the measurement here in the US. Okay, so we need to cut a little bit of the cardstock here, and all right, so I was going to find a different pattern. All right, let's go with this bluish. Yeah, let's do a little bit. Let's go with the blues. All right, so I just need to turn this down a little bit. We're going to do 1 3/4 inches. Okay, so 1 3/4. And we're going to 4 1/2, right? Because our layer is 4 3/4, so we're going to go 4 1/2 on this. Okay, so that should fit right on top there. Okay, and then again we have our 2 3/4 inch square of the Night of Navy. Okay, so we'll put that, let's space that out right. Okay. All right, then our 2 3/4 inch square, we'll do our stamping with the Night of Navy ink. And let's see, how about this? Thank you for inspiring me. We'll go with that one. Okay. All right, so be careful of all the extra ink on that one. I did pretty good. I don't have too much on my fingers yet. Okay. So I'm going to stamp this first. Let's go ahead. We'll stamp it just centered on the bottom. All right, so we'll have to arrange our flower just a little bit different. All right, so now that we've got that stamped, we can adhere this onto the front, onto this layer here. And since we've still got our flower stamp out, we are going to go ahead and well, make sure you clean that after using your basic gray ink. We're going to stamp this in the Night of Navy instead here. Okay. Okay. And then, all right, then we'll run this through our mini machine. All right, so again, with this one, you need your base, which is number 1. One of the plate number 2, remember to stagger those a little bit. Just can slide your paper through so that your stamped image here that you're going to die cut is more centered on your base. I'm excited. In the new catalog, we're supposed to be getting a mini magnetic plate for the machine. I think that'll be wonderful. Okay, then we are, again, plate number 2, staggered just a little bit. Get those hot in there and crank away. Okay. All right, sorry about that if I wiggle the camera a little bit. Okay, so we've got our beautiful die cut. We'll pull in our scrap again. All right, I'm gonna go a little bit darker on this one, I believe. Let's go with our Mossy Meadow. It's just a little bit darker than our than the old olive. Okay, I don't got the leaves up top, peeking out the edges here. Okay, there we go. That went pretty quick. Okay, so then we're gonna go over again. This is the dark of the mossy meadow. Just highlighting some of those pieces. I actually kind of like it stamped here in the Night of Navy. It's pretty. Okay, and let's go with some pink and yellow flowers instead. All right, so let's see what we've got here in my bin. Okay, there's a dark Flirty Flamingo, which means the light must be in here too. Okay, here's the light one. All right, so let's go. We'll do our flowers here. A Flirty Flamingo. Then we'll come in with the dark. Okay. All right, super pretty. And then let's do some yellow. Let's see what I've got here. Some daffodil. All right. I love to draw inspiration from things around me, whether it's nature and things I see outside, or like home decor, or of course even fashion. It's a great way to see what is on trend, and actually Stampin' Up! Is usually right on trend. Isn't that pretty? It's such a different color combination here. Again, we still used the Heart and Home paper pack for these, but it's kind of fun to get just a little bit different look by changing up some of the colors. Okay, let's see here. Actually, yeah, that's kind of cute. We'll have it as a swag across the front. And let's see, I've got a little bit of this, the denim ribbon. I love this ribbon. So fun. All right, let's pull this in. We'll add just a little bit. I had to order a new spool as I used mine all up. All right, so if you want a bow tutorial, I do have actual bow tutorial video here on my YouTube channel, in a separate video there, so I know I went through that real quick. All right, let's grab the glue dots. Okay, we'll stick our knot on the knot with a dot. And let's see, do we want this over here? Yeah, okay, we can do that. So we did our our flowers kind of as a swag, and we'll have our bow go up and down. That's fine. See, it can be any way you like it. So pretty. And should we do a bee on this one? I just love these little bee trinkets. They're just the cutest. All right, let's go ahead and we'll do one of these as well. How about right down? Let's do it right down here. Isn't that cute? So fun. Hi, Rachel. How are you? Hello, everyone. Yeah, so there we go. We have the same card layout here. We went with a bit of layering today, which was fun. We used the Blessings from Home, along with the Heart and Home designer series paper collection. And we did some coloring with our Stampin' blends, pulled in some of the pale papaya sheer ribbon and the denim ribbon, and of course the little bead trinkets. So we did a garden green with basic cray variation, and then we did Night of Navy here with a little bit of flirty flamingo and some daffodil. So super cute. There you go. That was the inspiration if you're just joining in. Hi, Pam. Thank you for sharing. Yes, thank you guys for the reminders. If you were just joining, I hope you'll go back and watch the replay, and I'll also have this posted on my YouTube channel as well. But either way, be sure to share the love, thumbs up, like, hearts, all those good things. I really appreciate it. And I hope you've enjoyed our stamping session this afternoon. Hello, Sharon. Thank you. And yeah, be sure to get out your Stampin' blends, do a little coloring therapy, and happy spring to you all. All right, we'll see you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.